This is the Daily Play with Joy Taylor. Thanks so much for joining me. Make sure you hit subscribe and follow us on social at the Daily Play. Joy Taylor. Unbelievable start to the conference finals. After that all-time game by Wemby, the Eastern Conference Finals tipped off in Manhattan, and it was nuts. The Knicks won 115-104, but that is not representative of how the game went. So MSG was on fire to start the game and very quickly got very, very, very quiet because Cleveland was in control for the entirety of the game. Up 14 points to start the fourth, led every single quarter, but the Knicks stormed back, outscoring the Cavs 32-18 in the fourth, and mostly off of the back of Jalen Brunson, who was just absolutely clutch, led all scorers with 39 points, took over the fourth quarter when they needed him most. It was really, really insane to watch how surgical he was, how Cleveland's defense that was smothering New York for the entirety of the game, making them look like they were completely dusty from their time off. They just shook it off and came alive, and the Garden matched it. The energy was up once they started hitting those shots, particularly Brunson. He said after the game, we kept believing in each other, kept getting stops and running. We can still learn from a win. We didn't play our best until the end. They sure didn't. They were awful throughout that game. The offense was nonsense. They couldn't hit free throws. Nothing was going their way. There was a lid on the bucket, and they just kept at it. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised if Knicks fans had left the arena early the way that it was looking. It seems as if it was over. I mean, it was insurmountable. And then just a few shots and the energy shifted, and the Cavs just could not stop the onslaught and just took some really ill-advised shots. James Harden missing a bunch of threes. The Cavs had them where they wanted them. And what a huge, huge win that would have been for the Cavs coming off of the momentum of the semis, the Knicks having all that time off to get that huge win and really put the Knicks on their heels at home. I don't know how you recover from that. I mean, I definitely think the Knicks will come out and play much better in game two. So I mean, what I thought about this series, I don't even know. And I don't usually react this much to one game, but that kind of a momentum shift is astonishing. It was wild to watch. We've had an incredible start to the conference finals for the NBA playoffs. And listen, I've loved this NBA playoffs so far. I'm really impressed with the games and the performances that we've gotten. Of course, we've had some blowouts, but really the series have, for the most part, been really interesting. And this start to the Western and Eastern Conference Finals has been tremendous. Before we get to the W, there was major breaking news in the NBA. The Mavs fired head coach Jason Kidd less than 2 years after he and Luka Doncic led Dallas to an NBA Finals appearance, and just months after he signed a very lucrative new contract extension. First, Nico Harrison infamously traded away Luka. Then the Mavs fired Nico. Then they got the first overall pick, went to go on and win Rookie of the Year in Cooper Flagg. They traded away Anthony Davis, and now they've hired former Raptors GM Masai Ujiri, and they've now let go of Coach Kidd. He has 4 years left on his deal, so he's got a lot of money coming his way to not coach from this new ownership group. Ujiri has been tasked with fixing what has been a really up and down organization despite the NBA Finals appearance. He said Jason has had a meaningful impact on the Dallas Mavericks, both as a Hall of Fame player and as a head coach who helped lead this franchise back to the NBA Finals. We're thankful for Jason's leadership, his professionalism, and his commitment to the team. In my short time here, I've developed an enormous amount of respect for what he has built. He will always be an important part of the Mavs family. Ujiri has been brought in to shape up and change the direction of the Mavs, and he wants to bring in his people, tale as old as time. I'm a little surprised by this because Kidd shouldered a lot of the blame and had to answer a lot of hard questions because of what Nico and the new ownership did, trading away Luka. Obviously, he has deep ties to the organization, being a key player for the title in 2011. It's a lot of money involved, but, you know, from a basketball perspective, they've left with a 205 regular season record with him there. they've had like I said, an up and down experience, whether it's through injuries, losing Luka, Kyrie, 26-56 finish this season. So there's not a whole lot to hang your hat on right now. Jason Kidd is a great coach, and he will get another job immediately if that's what he wants. If he wants to take some time off, I'm sure he probably wouldn't mind doing that either. But he's going to have another opportunity for sure. And he has a multi-year contract to get paid out if he wants to take some time, or go into TV or whatever else. But I don't think he's done coaching, and I think he will definitely get another opportunity. And this is a great job. I mean, they have a really nice roster. They have young stars. And I think if they make the right decision, they will be a team that's going to be competing very soon with a few more moves. And I trust Ujiri. He's done it before. Finally, one of the WNBA's brightest stars will miss the rest of the season. Very sad news. Rickea Jackson, who's having a great start to the season after joining the Chicago Sky in the offseason, has suffered an ACL injury. And according to the Sky's general manager, he said that we're devastated. Rickea suffered this injury. We're confident she'll make a full recovery. She was playing at an all-star and all-defensive level early in the season. We're certain she was primed for a career year. Our world-class medical staff will work hard with Rickea, who's one of the toughest players in the league, to get her back on the court. Really, really, really tough. This sucks. I'm a big Rickea fan, and she's a 6'2" forward, number 4 pick in 2024. She was out of Tennessee. She was acquired in an April trade from the Sparks. And she was averaged 14.7 points, 3.2 rebounds in 2025 with the Sparks, who were off to a slow start at 1-3. But she had been one of the top offseason additions, and she entered Sundays as the Sky's leading scorer at 22 points per game. They have a revamped roster, including Rickea, Skylar Diggins, Gabriella Jaquez, and Natasha Cloud, and they are tied with the New York Liberty with the second best record in the league at 3-1 to start the season. They're dealing with a lot of other injuries as well. So this is disappointing news for Chicago and obviously Rickea. So we hope she gets back healthy soon. And it's just frustrating when you have a player move with so much promise and start the season so well to have a season-ending injury. But hopefully she recovers quickly and we get to see her at that level again next year. Thank you for joining us. This is The Daily Play with Joy Taylor. For more on this and other top stories of the day, tune into The Daily Play with Joy Taylor at urban1podcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.